Hey folks, happy Halloween. Well, okay, maybe not Halloween because we're about 4 days late. Yeah. So for those who need context, I was gonna release this update on Halloween, but I was incredibly busy and a little bit procrastinative, so I just decided to just work on it until I got done, and apparently I got done on the 4th of November. So yeah, I'm 4 days late on this one, but hopefully this will make it. But hopefully it's not a big deal since it's just a temporary event, and yeah. Anyways, today is the last part of the second and last part of the Halloween event, 2025, aka the Bloodbath Bay. This is probably gonna this is the biggest this is a huge expansion with 4 areas. But definitely worth looking into when you guys do get a chance. Anyways, that being said, let's get right into it. So I'm excited to finally finish up this event because this event really needed to go. I didn't want it to be like 2023 where this event was around since like will be around for about 2 months until I finally would remove in finally remove in December like I did in 2023. I didn't want that to be the case. I wanted it to be removed as soon as possible, but give other people a chance to play it and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that was nice. Anyways, this is the second part. It involves 4 areas, and we're gonna go over all of them today. This does also include some other changes too, and all that. So that being said, let's get right into it. So let's start with the first thing. First thing is the spawn. Not much has changed to spawn, honestly, except you got shortcuts to 3 portals. You got shortcuts to 3 of the 4 areas. And a Halloween sign, I guess. Pretty cool, I suppose. So yeah, and then we got like your typical Moz. We've seen these guys before. We saw them like last update, so we don't really care about them. So yeah, so the update starts pretty much right over here. I know a lot of people have been. I feel like a lot of people get confused and see like the 3 portals and the update starts there. That's where they're wrong. There's actually the first area is actually over here actually, which is the Dead Witch Wargrounds, based off of the spawn boss, the Dead Witch Sin of something. I don't know. But yeah, am I lagging? Yep, I'm lagging. Okay, but yeah, this is Dead Witch Wargrounds. This is it acquires 7.18 trillion levels. You got a couple mobs here. You got the Sin Knight, with their typical weapons and all that fun stuff. So that's cool. Next up, you got is and they don't really do much. They don't really do much. They do drop armor though. It's called a Sin Overseer, if I'm correct. Let me take a look. Or maybe I don't have it yet. Let me check. Yeah, I don't have the Sin armor, but it's basically the Sin Overseer armor. Yeah, right here. It's just your typical Overseer armor, but with a rad stuff. So yeah, it's fun. So that's that. So next up is the boss. The boss requires 8 trillion levels. And he is pretty much the ferryman, the Dresser, the sinful ferryman. I was inspired by one of the many shows that my girlfriend watches. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it, but I think probably some of the more teenage people might have heard of it. It's called Legacies. I watched it and I watched the show and it was like one of the monsters was like a ferryman, which is like some type of like sinful, which is like someone that like goes like it's like a limbo monster, I guess. I don't know, but I based off of him, and yeah, the sinful ferryman, and he drops a sinful scythe, and it doesn't do much damage, but does deal quite a bit. It doesn't do much damage, but definitely is cool for those who wanna want to mop want to collect the sword. So yeah, right here. So yeah, that's that. Now next up is the next 3 areas are Bloodborne Abyss. The next 3 areas are part of this. The next 3 areas are part of the Bloodborne Abyss, where you'll fight the finale. So let's start off with the first area, which is the Crimson Trenches. You got these Crimson Hunters. They don't drop armors, unfortunately, which I completely forgot about. Okay, maybe I was a little lazy and I realized it, but I just didn't do it because I was too lazy. But they do have one thing up on their under sleeves, and I'll show you that right now, real quick. If they'll be nice enough to show. So you can already see that already, but they basically throw their knives instead of attacking you with it. Yeah, and be sure they are attacking it, but they're not like, but they're more so throwing it. So yeah, that's pretty much what they do. I mean, they don't really do much, but yeah, and they drop these like, I actually have it? Crimson Dagger, yeah. So yeah, these daggers themselves you can throw too, which is actually pretty cool. So I felt like adding a bit of a different weapon, apart from your daggers, honestly. So some daggers can be throwable. Not all of them. I do want to keep it. I don't want to keep it different. But I don't want to have all the daggers be throwable because some are dual wields, and I don't really want to delete. I don't want to get rid of that. So yeah. Anyways, next up is the Mega Boss, which is requires the first Mega Boss of the update or first Mega Boss of the event, and this requires 166 trillion levels. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, this mob is known as the Crim. You might recognize him, but okay, well, you may not. You may recognize him, but that's not who he is. But basically, if you remember the secret we had in the top of trenches, you'll probably see it. This looks familiar. This is we had Emerald Claw the was it? I can't remember the vent. Okay, I can't remember what it was, but Emerald Claw. I'm not sure, but the Vicious, I think. I can't recall. But yeah. Anyways, we got the Crimson Claw, the Vengeful. So, oh no, it was Emerald Claw, the Envious, if I'm correct. So, and he drops his own blade too, much like his Emerald counterpart, which I might have actually. Intoxicated. Do I actually have it? Fuck, I do not have it. That is interesting. Intoxicated Longsword. That's weird. I thought I had it. I guess I was wrong. Damn. Intoxicate. I do not have it. Dragon. Oh, Savage Dragon Blade of Acids. Yeah. That's blade. Okay, so the Savage Dragon Blade of Acids is more powerful than Dragon's Crimson Blade. It was dropped by Crimson Claw, and this was dropped by Emerald Claw from the event. Okay, interesting. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, that's that. So, next up is the what's it called? The Terrace of No Man's Land. You already see that you already see the mobs there. This is the Hellbound Hellhound. I kind of just wanted to add a tongue twister there, so I just went with the Hellbound Hellhound, and yeah, they're like these fiery wolves that just kill you, and you gotta attack them, I guess. So yeah, they drop both an armor and a weapon, so to get just to make it up for the Crimson Hunters that don't drop any armor. This is the weapon, or this is the armor. Based off of the Woven Armor from Empire 3. That's pretty cool. And then we got the Hellbound and Bone Sword. Pretty cool too, I guess. So, yeah, that's nice. Anyways, after that, this is the next Mega Boss. He is the Werewolf of Terror. I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I kind of lost it. I kind of felt like it would be pretty cool. I mean, I had kind of wanted at least one out of one werewolf because Halloween. Full moon. I mean, yeah, it's a full moon right there. I'm sure this motherfucker would have. I feel like this motherfucker would fit well with the theme of the map, I guess. So yeah, pretty cool. And he draws a Bloodfang Mace. Pretty powerful weapon. I'd say. 8 quadrant levels. Not as much for those who are more farther into the game, but definitely worth it if you want to collect your own weapons and all that fun stuff. Now, last area is the area that that I have had the most trouble with, but was worth it. The Forest of Lost Hope, 3.33 quadrillion levels. Basically, pretty close to the level requirement to Empire 6, which is quite interesting. So, clearly, those who are in Empire 6 can pretty go to Forest of Lost Hope if you still have the event active on. Which, by the way, it ends in about like 10 days. So, you guys got like a week to grind it. So. Yeah, I kind of want to give people a chance to grind before we end off the event. So yeah, the next up we got the Forest of Lost Hope. We got the Knightlordian Knights right here. They don't really deal much. They don't really drop anything apart from the armor that I have on right now. Probably one of my favorite armor retextures I definitely have done in a while. Honestly, apart from the Redcliffe Commander. Oh my god, I still can't get over the Redcliffe. I still can't get over the Redcliffe Commander armor. I really love this thing so fucking much. I'm not sure why. It just fits, I guess, the Redcliffe. Oh my god, I know this has been in a game for a while, but I just still can't get over how good this looks. Anyways, the Knightlordian Knights dropped the Bloody Core Bluxton armor, and this sword isn't dropped by them. It is dropped by the finale of the event as a whole, which is what we're going to look into now. This is a Halloween 2025 event finale, 6.63 quadrillion levels. So. Basically, you kind of need to get far into the game in order to fight this guy, which shouldn't be a big deal, unless you don't really want to play the game. I mean, again, I'm not sure why I watch this, but if you're watching this, then I know. Well, it's your choice, honestly, so not mine. So, I can't control what people do. I can't control if people like the game or not. I just control what I can do and have fun with what I like doing. So that's just how I roll, honestly. So yeah. Anyways, this is Lucifer, Sin of Bloodborne. You may recognize this motherfucker from Empire 6, where he was the sin of the Ace of Light. He is now a Sin of Bloodborne because you pretty much killed him, and he's now here now, I guess. So there you go. So yeah, I thought it'd be pretty cool. So this idea of Lucifer and all this and this whole event was inspired by a story that my girlfriend made. She wanted this idea to be in the game, and I was like, might as well do it. So this is what we got for Halloween 2025. She wanted to keep it in here, and I can't understand why, because it's like a pretty cool event, and we kind of made a lot of effort to make this. So I am kind of wanting to see if we can like make an event archive at some point, but I know a lot of people come against that, which I'm not sure why, but I guess probably because you don't really get the weapons, I guess. I mean, I did make a poll about it, and people weren't really into the idea, but hey, I mean, it's whatever. So yeah. So yeah, he does draw. He's pretty much acts like the finale, and yeah, you pretty much get the Scarlet Immortal Sword right here. So yeah, that's really about it for this event, honestly. Yeah, so I wonder if I actually have any other changes I made earlier. Oh right, so the Crimson Blade or the Crimson Blade I showed you earlier, the Crimson Daggers. Well, basically, you know how these guys are throwable. Well, this is the same model as the Bladens throwable sword, and you're wondering, is that also throwable? Short answer, yes, it is. So, yeah, I decided to make this throwable as well. I feel like it would be pretty cool. So, yeah, I'd say it was worth it. So, okay, but yeah, I think this is a really good way to end off the video, honestly. And wait, is there anything else I forgot? Let me check. Let's see here. Fireworks not emitting in Empire 1. Yeah, that is a bug I've shown no one has to tell me about. Probably because most people who go into Empire 1 don't really join the server yet. They're not really like into the game yet, but which is understandable. So but basically the fireworks wouldn't emit when you like fight, when you finish like take down a mob or something like that. So I pretty much fixed that in later updates. I fixed that in Empire 1. And it will also and then I think it also would. There's also a problem with it where basically the fireworks because they didn't emit, it will also cause lag because of an infinite loop because of how the fireworks are made. So I was able to fix that. So there's that at least. So yeah. I guess note to self. Don't do that next time. I guess so. I'll keep that note to myself next time. But hey, I mean, live and learn. That's all I can say, honestly. So, yeah, I really do apologize. So, yeah, I just really want to thank you guys so much for coming and watching this. Also, before we wrap up, I just want to say the next few updates are going to be. The next update will be an interesting update because I actually did cover this in the announcements channel on Discord server. Which, by the way, if you want to join, feel free to. Honestly. It's definitely not for everyone, but if you guys want to, feel free to. But basically, I said that the next event, that the last update of 2025, will be the Empire 6 finale. We're finally wrapping this motherfucker up after so long, because I've been working on Empire 6 since like 2023, and my god, it's been a pain in the ass to work with, especially with the amount of motivation I've been having. Okay, well, motivation 2023 was awful. 2024, it was a bit better, honestly. But 2025 is when I got back into Knightlordian a lot more better, honestly. We've been doing a lot of updates consecutively, honestly. I didn't do as many updates as I would promise. But I feel like it's a lot of updates. I'd say it was definitely like worth it, honestly. So yeah, I'm really just happy how far the game has come as a whole, especially with 2025 being an interesting year for Knightlordian as a whole and all that stuff. So. Yeah, really just want to say thank you guys so much for coming here and showing your support to the game, even though it might not be as big as it was, which was player based. But honestly, I could care less about that. Honestly, I more so care about how much fun I have with the game instead of just worrying about what other people think. Honestly, because I'm just that type of guy. I say this a lot on my videos, but I do it for passion, not for money, not for attention or anything like that. I just do it because I have fun with it. Because the world as a whole already kind of goes a little, the world as a whole is kind of, there's already enough problems in the world that, ouch. There's already enough problems in the world for there to be already depressing stuff. So, I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, everyone has their own perspective on things. In my perspective, I'd say just don't take life too seriously and just have fun if you like doing it, honestly. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's probably going to be you guys enjoying. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next devlog, which will probably be another month from now. Thank you. Sorry.